She's dead. Wrapped in plastic.
Welcome to the Twin Peaks podcast.
Damn good coffee. And hot. Would everyone please take a seat?
Welcome everyone to episode 22 of the Twin Peaks podcast. I'm Matt.
I'm Melanie.
I'm Brad.
I'm Caitlin.
And I'm Robin.
Hey, Robin.
Yay.
Da-da-do. Da-da-do-de-do. I love your podcast. I'm so happy to be here.
Thanks.
Yeah, it's a lot.
I've listened to a few of your FisherCasts, but I've never seen 6 Feet Under.
Oh. Well, thank you.
So it's kind of tough, but I'm just trying to return the gesture. But I do want to see 6 Feet Under.
We will watch.
It's a really good show. It's a really good show.
Mike's
it's just not as available, you know. They don't throw those HBO shows up on Netflix Instant Watch.
I know.
So
Such a shame.
But you are going to be on the Angel podcast, the RedemptionCast, right?
yes, I'm very excited to be a part of that.
Well, let's get into the Twin Peaks episode. Brad, you got a description?
This is Season 2, Episode 14, Double Play. Cooper confides the history of the Wyndham Earl to Truman.
Wyndham Earl?
I didn't even catch that the first time. Let me read it again. Cooper confides the history of... Sorry, it's amusing. I didn't realize there was a D the first time. Cooper confides the history of the Wyndham Earl to Truman. And Audrey strikes a deal with Bobby. Comma.
And?
That's all.
Who writes this thing?
Oh,
Oh.
jeez.
They need a grammar Nazi in that office.
I need a lot of things in that office.
Netflix is just failing left and right.
The Wyndham Earl.
I'm a fan of the Wyndham Earl. Alright, so we start out and we get some...
Can I mention?
What? Oh, we're derailed already.
This episode was written by Scott Frost, who is Mark
Yes.
Frost's brother. And yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's important.
Yes, it's very important.
It is.
He also wrote the autobiography of Dale Cooper.
Yep.
As well. And it's directed by Uli Edel, and I don't know who that is. I should have done my research.
Yeah. the Dale Cooper book is really good.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I've read that.
Yeah. Did you like it better than the Laura Palmer diary?
Yeah, just because it's Coop, you know?
Yeah. It's not as dark.
Yeah, and I think it's more his voice, and you get to... I think, isn't there several sections where it's literally the Diane tapes like written down basically, or
It's all that. Yeah.
yeah, okay. It's been a while. I've watched Twin Peaks when it was on the air eons ago. I think I was like 14. I watched it with my parents, and I do have a distinct memory of my parents getting excited when Coop and Truman dressed up all in black and went to save Audrey. I remember that specifically. Like, my parents were really excited for that show to come out. Like, yes, they're gonna go save Audrey. And my parents used to play that soundtrack all the time, and I have to and when it came out on DVD, I only got season 1, so I have to say this is the first time I've seen season 2 since it first aired. I really honestly only remember of season 2. I only remember the last scene of season 2, which I won't say.
Wow. ... That's all. Like, none of the stuff with Leland earlier.
Well, yeah, some of the stuff, but very little. Like, I remember there was a giant. So, you know, watching this with you guys, it's definitely different. I was really. They didn't release season 2 on DVD for quite a while. I remember looking for it after they released season 1, but
yeah, I heard that.
Yeah.
I didn't get into it until after that, till the gold box was already out, so I was okay. Do you have the gold box now?
No, I still just have the first season on DVD because I'm spoiled by Netflix Watch Instantly.
Oh, right, yeah.
I mean, you get it on demand and you get those awesome descriptions. So, what could you want?
Right. Okay. Comma. So yeah, we start out and we're getting into some nice season 2 music themes that I like. A lot of them are attached to Wyndham Earle. If you've been downloading the Twin Peaks archive music from davidlynch.com, they're all called like slow speed orchestra and half speed orchestra. They're all creepy and cool. Maybe I'll put them all in this episode in the background.
Awesome.
And then we'll be talking about something like really funny. It'll just be like super creepy music behind us.
So you're literally going to score this episode.
Sure.
He scores every episode.
Yeah, I know, but this seems more intentional.
Yeah, I just throw stuff in randomly usually. So yeah, we open up with where we left off.
Wait.
And what?
It's the first. So this is going to be like the first appearance of Wyndham Earle.
Yes.
Yes. Okay, that's it.
Okay.
That's all.
That's at the very end, though.
I know.
Spoilers.
Spoilers, people.
I was going to play a joke on Matt and go, double play? This is the episode we had to watch?
Well, they do.
I swear for months I've been just saying, what episode is it?
Oops.
They do say Kenneth Welsh is Wyndham Earle in the credits, don't they?
Yes, they do.
They do. So
I hate when shows spoil that. This person's going to show up in the credits.
Yeah. Anyways, sorry. I'm done.
Okay. Yeah, we start off where we left last episode with the body. He's got a chest piece in his mouth and a stab wound.
I was just wondering why the deer head. Just to add the extra creepy?
Exactly. I think that's it.
It is a really elaborate setup.
Mm-hmm. Was the hand pointing to a specific piece too?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that's his move.
Right.
He's not going to bother with the newspaper anymore.
No, this one right here.
Did you guys notice Andy?
Yes.
He wasn't looking.
I thought that was good.
Poor little bastard.
He's in the wrong career.
I was surprised he didn't start crying.
Yeah. Well, he doesn't know this guy, so.
That's true.
Feels no.
Because this is some random vagrant.
Yeah, no compassion for this guy.
Cooper just assumes that this is just no one.
This guy didn't matter. Yeah. But he can feel Wyndham Earle's presence. What?
Yeah, I love the. Are you sure it was Wyndham Earle? Well, there's a chessboard here. He's been big with the chess.
Stab wound.
Yeah.
Specific stab wound.
Mm-hmm.
Very specific.
But I haven't looked at them yet, so.
Yeah, it's pretty clear. It's pretty clear that it's Wyndham Earle from the modus operandi or whatever. But yeah, feel his presence, Coop. I don't know.
I am glad to see that later on Harry did actually do an investigation, even though Cooper said it wasn't necessary.
Yeah.
Well, Hawk is showing off his great tracking ability. The footprints is excellent, and how later they say that Wyndham Earle is great. He's perfect. He didn't leave any sort of trace, and I was just kind of like, well, there's the footprints that Hawk found,
and all the guy with the stab wound in the chessboard.
And the open window.
Yeah.
And what is a lodgepole pine? What is that?
A type of tree?
Is that a type of tree?
Yeah, it's a type of tree.
Is it? No. I didn't know that. Is it to build lodges?
It sounds like it's probably used for that.
Let's use our context clues to figure it out.
Did anyone else think that the dead guy looked a little bit like Cooper?
I thought it was the log lady when it first.
Yeah, that's
showed
what
up.
I thought too.
Oh,
Must have been the glasses, and maybe the deer horns looked like wood or something. I don't know. Maybe that's what I got that from.
So he says Wyndham Earle is a genius, but he's insane. That's a bad combination.
It's never good. Never good.
Nope.
What's with the candles?
And the Audrey and Bobby?
Yeah.
Trying to make it romantic.
Because I thought for a second, maybe, at first I was thinking maybe we're still in Ben's office and he's just got candles now for some reason. But now I'm like, no, definitely not.
Yeah, I don't know. It looks like they're on a date, but I don't think so.
Yeah, I actually saw you see somebody walk by with a candle. Just like they're still setting candles up.
Oh, maybe it's probably because the power's out, right?
Oh, yeah. Good thinking.
It's a bit of overkill, though.
So Audrey says she's the boss now. And I like how she says she's the one he has to suck up to, and he takes her literally. What about Shelley? I can't suck.
What about her?
I can't suck on you.
I was just watching the scene and I was just like, okay, what's the plan, and why does she even need to involve Bobby? I mean, why are we bringing Ben Horn back from insanity if, perhaps maybe she wants to do a corporate takeover of some sort, or and I don't understand why she needs to involve Bobby. How is Bobby even going to help with this?
Because Bobby is amazingly industrious and useful.
He is up early. You can say that.
A lot done.
He's a good resource, so if he feel like he's a part of it, then he'll be more useful.
I just like seeing him in ties, I guess. Just as funny.
Yes.
Yeah, he does.
He's so easily manipulated.
Yeah.
Shelley is in a horror movie.
Yes,
And just like a horror movie, there are no rules. Leo can disappear and reappear at will.
and the music is very bad. Like I'm usually a fan of the soundtrack of this series, but this is some bad, cliched horror parody music.
You can't hide behind walls when walls aren't there. There's no walls.
And why are the doors locked from the inside and the outside?
And why not just go directly through the plastic?
Yeah, she waited too long to think about that, and then she got...
Throw yourself through it.
Why is it that Bobby doesn't hear her immediately? You can hear through plastic.
I think the plastic's on the back of the house, though, and he was on the front. I
But
think.
that's a fourth of the house.
I guess.
Maybe he just thought the TV was on.
Maybe.
Except the power is out, so that's not possible.
It's completely dark and they're screaming coming from the house.
She's watching her murder shows again.
That broad.
Invitation to murder. I'm sorry. Who was rooting for Leo? Because I know I was.
Really? You don't like Shelley?
He's been in that chair for that poor actor.
Yeah.
He's just been drooling on himself for at least 10 episodes now.
Yeah.
He's doing an excellent job, though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's going on next season? Oh, I'm still drooling on myself? Okay. All right.
I was glad he was up and around, yeah, but I didn't want him to kill Shelley.
Well, yeah, I guess I didn't want him to kill Shelley, but I also felt like, they were, they did all this stuff. He abused her, but they did all this stuff to just, get some sort of money out of it or whatever, and let him. I don't know. It just seemed like I feel like he's been embarrassed enough. It's time for him to get up and reclaim his Leo-ness.
But he tried to murder people.
Yeah,
He
but
deserved being stuck in a chair.
The actor tried to murder people?
Reclaim your murderous ways, Leo. I enjoyed the jam jar. Ha! Take that!
I'm tired of eating this shit. Smash.
I love seeing the clown all over the place. We get a lot of shots of the clown. during this.
Yeah.
So creepy.
Just to add the creepy. Love the knife struggling scene. They show show a shot of the knife. It's sitting there in plain view, and yet when she's struggling for it, all of a sudden it's covered in rubbish, and it's just a pain to get to.
I thought it was really scary.
Oh, really?
The fact that Leo seems to be some sort of specter that can,
Yeah.
magically appear and disappear. He seems to not be fully recovered, even though he can move. He's just focused on one thing: bad Shelley.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think there's some...
Frankenstein.
You think he's got some brain damage?
Probably.
Yeah, you predicted that earlier in a previous episode.
I did? Oh, great.
Yeah, but he's I don't know, he's sinister enough. He knows enough to just do stuff like throw the soap sock at her feet, just to remind her, I'm back.
And he waited.
Baby.
He waited specifically till she started running to push that wheelchair.
Mm-hmm.
So it still remains to be seen whether he's truly brain damaged or not. But he's definitely weird.
I do love the how this scene ends with this screaming outside, and they're just kind of holding each other, and the wind's blowing. It's great.
With the clown behind them.
Yeah. It's very cinematic. I loved it.
Yes,
Yeah.
And that creepy slow motion
Yeah.
plastic flap blowing.
Yeah. The whole thing, though, reminded me of I Know What You Did Last Summer or Scream or something.
Well, technically, they came before that, so.
Leo's just like a savage animal, and if you stab him in the leg, he'll go off to like lick his wounds, and he's just like only primal instincts.
Yeah.
Yop, 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 yop.
Now we get Coop and Harry drinking coffee, and Coop's not going to jail, but he's still not an FBI agent.
I love Deputy Coop.
He's got different hair than FBI agent Coop.
Yeah, he lets the hair down. He's got the flannel going. He's enjoying himself.
Yeah.
Seems like a very intimate relationship with Harry.
Yes.
You're still my deputy, wink wink.
Well, that's your next Batman and Robin Photoshop.
Yeah, why is he giving him the case though? Cooper's pretty much personally involved in this case. You know, I don't think you're supposed to do that.
No.
He did not become sheriff because of his skills.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he probably would. If he believed that, he might want to pull himself away from Josie a little bit too. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
before he eats her.
This is the guy that was going to let Leland Palmer be Ben's attorney. So Hank was apparently hit by a bus. But I love how Hawk comes in and he says he cuffed Hank to the hospital bed.
Yes.
Awesome, Hawk.
Why don't they show this stuff?
I know.
You know.
We get so much from Hawk where he just tells us what he did and we don't get to see it.
And he's always done so much in seemingly such a short period of time.
Yeah.
I smell a spin-off.
I love it. Or just another show where Hawk comes in at the end of every episode and he tells you all the things he's done during the episode.
Yeah. A lot of the time he's actually exposition Hawk, but it's not as overt as Malcolm.
But it's adventuring exposition. It's like, yeah, so I went and arrested 3 guys, I swashbuckled a pirate, and found the Lindbergh baby. Okay.
We have is it Andy Shenanigans next?
Yeah. Lucy and Andy.
The rubber glove.
Yeah. That was weird. There was something like that joke was played so much, and I think it's the actor that plays Andy. He really tries for those physical jokes, and sometimes they fall so flat that it actually becomes more interesting.
Yeah. It makes the charm better, you know. It's just, you know, you tried, good for you.
Yeah. It's a type of actor that I know very well.
Oh, jeez.
How would you direct him, Brad?
I don't want to get it. I don't want to get into those tales.
I kind of want you to, though.
Oh, it's a long, long series of tales that end in me angry and firing people.
Oh, you have that power?
Cool.
I have had that power.
Sweet.
Cool.
It has blown up in my face a time or two as well.
Oh, no.
But, you know, things happen. We also have Andy telling Lucy at this point that he thinks that Nikki is a murderer.
Yeah.
Which was awesome.
Yeah, Lucy isn't very happy about this at all. Because he was 6 years old at the time.
Yeah, he can't murder anyone at 6 years old.
No.
But he can pull them out of a burning car.
I love little Nikki.
Alright, so...
He's a Bobby in the making, industrious.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yes.
Before that, I like how Lucy just like, she does these little things when she gets mad at Andy. And she like snapped his glove on his
Yeah.
hand. So ridiculous, but funny.
I know. I love it.
So yeah, James, you guys are loving this, aren't you?
No.
We meet Jeffrey Marsh.
Jeffrey doesn't seem like a bad guy. I can't believe he...
Yeah.
I know, he looks
Who's this
harmless.
guy?
He's into basketball.
That's
Got
true.
a great tracksuit on.
I feel this is weird casting. Just weird. Not right or wrong.
For who? For Jeffrey?
Yeah.
Well, do you think he was really beating Evelyn, or did she beat herself? It's part of this scheme.
Well, probably. Not that anyone's invested enough time to care, but it's I don't know. I just feel like it's an incredibly awkward casting choice. Just because there's nothing. I don't feel that he's more innocent. I don't feel that he's more evil. I don't feel anything at all.
He's just an everyman.
He's just a guy, and I don't know. Like, if I didn't care before, I care less somehow now.
I love the fact that he's like, I see we both love cars. Something like that.
Oh, and James has 3 or 4 grease smudges on him now.
Ooh.
He splurged.
They increased by episode.
But not a hair out of place.
No.
No. Well, he probably used the grease to put in his hair so that he could fix his hair up better. What do you guys think of Evelyn's glasses?
Barf.
Do they help her looks or hinder them?
Are these the sunglasses?
Yes.
Well, they weren't
Yeah.
in the scene though, were they?
Yes.
Oh, were they?
Yes.
I said on the Facebook group, I said she looks like one of the aliens from the old V miniseries.
Oh.
Like, they're really big.
They look like those glasses you gotta wear when you have laser eye surgery.
Yeah.
That's true.
So big.
I think she needs a mouthpiece too to hide her teeth. Sorry, I know I keep mentioning the teeth, but
They're bad. They
she
are
needs
bad.
to hide those.
Oh, I never noticed.
They're terrible. Look at them. Look at them next time you watch the show.
Okay.
Disgusting.
She's coming back, right?
Oh yeah.
Because honestly, I don't remember.
Well, you can watch the episode again.
Well, then Jeffrey drives off to his doom.
Kaboom!
It's like immediate doom. It sounded like right after.
But it sounded like it was in her imagination, though.
I know.
it was so
That's what
weird.
I thought. In the first time I watched it, I was like, wait, did he really just like die, or is she just imagining this? And did James hear it? Are we actually to assume that he just like drove off their property straight off that cliff that's right adjacent?
I guess.
So I don't know what they rigged in the car. Did they screw up his brakes, or did they just like
That would be the
put
simplest thing.
explosives in his car? Like I heard an explosion. I don't know.
And did James not like catch anything amiss?
He's
Yeah.
not as good as he.
I guess
could
if
be.
they just cut the brakes, he may not have caught that. But
Yeah.
Now we get the Doc and Ed talking about Nadine.
all right, wait. This is my theme for this episode. Doc Hayward is the keystone of everything that's wrong in Twin Peaks.
Nice.
Why?
That's my thesis for this episode.
Oh, you're absolutely right. I mean, he is actually telling Ed that he just should let his wife date high school boys and possibly kill them. All he has to do is just be patient, and he'll and give her a curfew.
Him and Jacoby have similar method.
Seriously, do you know what's going to happen if Nadine has a 9 p.m. curfew, or worse? Poor Mike Nelson is going to be forced to go off and get a malt and a hand job of death.
I have not heard your previous episode yet, so I'm very much looking forward to the discussion of Nadine's rape of Mike at the diner.
Also, Doc Hayward's like, so, Donna took the van this morning, said something about James. He has no clue what's going on.
No,
He's too busy.
to deal with everyone else's crap.
He's got shift work.
I just hope Donna goes out and kills somebody so I have more work.
So Norma and Ed are making plans to go to a cabin in the woods in Twin Peaks.
That's never good.
No.
Dun, dun, dun.
Maybe you guys can explain to me. What's the difference between a lodge and a cabin?
Is a lodge bigger?
I think so.
I don't know.
I think a lodge is bigger. And a cabin is just a cabin. It's just like a one-room kind of thing.
That's my guess. I don't know.
Just kind of have they're both the same thing in my mind.
It's pretty much.
Well, they both are made out of logs.
Wonderful.
One's made of logs and one's made of lodge pine posts.
Oh,
Right.
yeah. There you go.
Ah.
Norma and Ed decide to let them talk about us. Who cares?
They're gonna go ahead and be together. Good for them.
Good for them.
Let's move
Ah,
on.
love.
I'm worried that we're done with Hank. We're like he's Nadine beat him up and now he's gonna go back to jail and that's all.
Beat him out of the show.
It was worth it, wasn't it?
No.
It's got the best ending possible.
Great character arc.
Yeah, great send-off.
Hank was so great. I blame that pajamas beat down in the restaurant.
I blame that too.
Everything changed.
By Asian man.
Yeah. He doesn't even have a name, does he?
No. We'll get to that later, though.
Yeah.
What happens next?
Okay, I have this. Or,
Sorry, I just remembered what we were gonna get to next.
was James pooping?
With the
With the James is pooping, Evelyn. Don't you knock? Why did he have his shirt off? Does it get in the way?
Don't you know he likes to take it off at every opportunity he can get?
even when he's alone. I hope somebody walks in on me. Yeah.
Wasn't that the Kramer thing?
Yeah, it was the George thing on Seinfeld.
Oh, George, yeah.
He used to take his shirt off when he went to the bathroom. Because it got in the way. What do you guys have to say about this?
Nothing.
Boo.
It's wrong!
He's acting like such a whiny teenager.
What changed? What do you think? Like, he was all into it yesterday.
Not only that, he's been all into it his entire life. He's always cheating on people and being with people that are in relationships.
Yeah. Now it's wrong for some reason.
Yeah.
It's because of his teeth.
Yeah. He just noticed.
Yeah.
It's wrong. You don't brush. You gotta floss.
Yeah.
Manage your dentals.
Stop smoking.
Move on to the next scene. What's next?
What is next? Let me look at my notes, because they're really hard to read when I write them in Notepad, and so there's like no formatting.
Oh.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Fast forwarding.
so we have Harry and Cooper, I guess, talking about Wyndham Earl next.
Mm-hmm.
Finally, he divulges what he thinks about Wyndham Earl, which is really interesting because it's all speculation.
Well, we get the whole story here. We got part of it with Audrey. Now we get the whole thing. The woman that Coop loved was Wyndham's wife, and he suspects that she was killed by Wyndham.
James should talk to Coop. Tell him how wrong that is. Was it just me, or did he call her Carolyn to begin with, and then Caroline by the end of the story?
Yes.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, I wrote down Carolyn, and then he, as the story was going on, I was like, wait, he's calling her Caroline all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't catch that.
It's just the way he was speaking. I don't know.
It's also weird in the fact that he's really telling a story. Because he's like, we were assigned to protect this woman. And he makes it sound like they were randomly assigned to protect this woman. And it's like, twist part, it was his wife.
Yeah, he saves that to the end. That's true.
Did you like the explanation better this time, Brad? Because I remember you not liking the story before when Cooper was talking about it to Audrey.
It was too straightforward for you or something.
I think it is. I mean, that's fine. You can do something with that. It's just...
It's more interesting now, though?
I think they can do more with it. I mean, you can... nothing is a bad... There's no such thing as a bad premise. I think it's fine. I do think it's a pretty straightforward story, but... I think... Okay, Cooper says he was unconscious when she was killed.
Because he had been stabbed as well, I think.
Right. I think Cooper killed her.
Okay.
Dun dun dun.
How'd that come about?
Because he says he was unconscious and he points that out, I'm like, maybe it's like, a Bob thing.
Okay.
Where he wasn't in control and he was possessed by something.
Oh, yeah.
And that's what's Wyndham Earl's after. That's probably not true, but that would be really awesome.
I agree.
I have to say that did cross my mind as watching this, thinking that it'd be really cool if, like, we discovered that Wyndham Earl was, like, Coop sleepwalking or something.
Time for some fanfic.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Guys, Claire sent me a Twin Peaks fanfiction.
Oh, no.
You haven't seen this, have you?
No.
Terrifying.
What?
Is it was it for real serious? No.
I don't know. It was just... it was kind of pornographic.
Ah.
It was a Cooper Pocahontas crossover.
Okay.
And I'll leave it at that.
Are you going to read us an excerpt?
I don't know. I would have to find it. I was actually about to look for it and send it to you guys, but
Oh yeah, send it.
can't
I would
seem
like
to
to read
find
it.
Oh, I can't. How do I find things? I hate new Skype. And by new Skype, I mean Skype we've had for a long time now.
Yeah.
Caitlin, we're not friends on Skype anymore.
What?
Again.
Oh no.
This has happened before. I can't see
What?
you. You're a question mark.
I can see you. Robin's a question mark for me, so I know he's not my friend, but I can see your picture, so...
I'm adding you as a contact. I don't know what's happening.
All right. Ready to move on?
I want that fanfic. No, we can wait till the end.
Hideout Wally's, where only Evelyn seems to be the customer.
I think that's where she goes to pick up stray travelers as victims.
Stray children.
So Donna's her next victim.
That's what I was worried about, yes.
Mm.
Can I say something complimentary of Laura Flynn Boyle?
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
I just gotta say, I think Evelyn really makes Laura Flynn Boyle look really good.
I agree. I was thinking that actually, because I was like, man, she looks really nice in this scene.
Backhanded compliment.
Except I noticed in this scene, for some reason, that Lara Flynn Boyle also had kind of yellowish teeth. But maybe it was just a shadow of the bar. I don't know. Just so dark and dank in there.
Maybe.
I remember crushing on her so bad when I watched this as a teenager. I was like,
Oh really?
Oh yeah.
Over Shelley and Audrey?
I was a big fan of the freckles.
Aww.
I really wasn't comprehending how obnoxious she really is, though. So
Yeah.
Can we also mention we get a nice "Just You and I" reprise?
To the
This-
image of James sulking.
My favorite. This is one of my favorite moments of this episode.
Just you?
Yes, first of all, the song again, I wasn't expecting. But then, like, the way James, like, slumps and collapses into himself. So ridiculous.
I think he's being tortured inside his head by his own song.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It plays on loop over and over and over.
Can't get it out of my head.
I just think that him, Evelyn, and Mr. Marsh should record a song together.
Oh. What would it be titled?
You don't get to wear my wife, and you don't get to wear my tracksuit. It's gonna be a rockabilly number.
You don't get to drive my car.
You don't get to drive my car. Ah!
And we're back to the Civil War.
Yay. But on the plus side, Jerry's back.
And
Although
Jacoby.
he doesn't get to do much.
Yeah, I was really excited. I was like, yes! Break out the sandwiches! And he just is kind of like, things are weird here. Next scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We don't get to see him anymore.
No.
Oh no. No. Brad posted a link. Don't touch it.
Oh, I'm going to.
It's dirty.
Claire just sent it to me again.
Oh.
Is that the whole story?
Yep.
I like the author as Doomsday Jesus.
Oh, wow. He's a big Rapture fan.
You sure this is by Claire?
What?
Oh, it's by Claire.
It's not by Claire. No.
No.
Oh.
That would be. It is though. We're just gonna say it is. She is
I still
Claire,
haven't
you're
clicked on
filthy
it.
and repulsive. I denounce and reject you.
I like how they spelled bosom bossum. Join me in the champagne room.
I'll suck your dick.
Dale hesitated. This was prostitution, and he was a man of the law.
You know what?
On the other hand, was not the kind of girl you stood up in any way.
Oh.
I don't want to read the rest.
Oh god. You have to read the end.
Oh,
It's funny. This person is also a Lonely Island fan because they have mentioned to Santana sparkling wine, and they also have, well, the last 4 words of the.
Yeah. They must be. It must be a huge joke.
I denounce and reject you all. By that I mean the people on fanfiction.net.
Yes, I do too. It's just wrong.
Bookmark.
Gross.
So Jacoby's back and he's studying Ben.
Jacoby has a very weird laissez-faire form of therapy.
It's just watch and see.
Well, it's a bit. I think he's encouraging him a bit. It's really scary.
I really doubt this is the correct way to to treat this condition.
Oh, it's correct according to Jacoby.
You have to let the South win.
Yeah, that was totally backwards. Oh, he's gonna go through some sort of emotional regression if he like changes the outcome of the war. That sounds completely unhealthy to me.
Yeah.
What is Ben's obsession with the South? Aren't they in Washington?
He just has to be the loser, though.
I never need to hear the song Dixie ever again in my life.
I knew it would fill you with rage.
Yeah, after 18
Really?
years in Tennessee, I would happily never look at another Confederate flag or hear that song again.
Is that the state song?
It might as well be.
It's kind of the anthem of the South.
Yeah.
So is
I
there,
kind of. Oh, sorry.
sorry, is there still like really like tons of Confederate flags
Oh,
flying
yeah.
around everywhere?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
That's ridiculous.
My family forced me to have one in my bedroom until I was 12.
What?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ay.
But it's
It's like hardcore. The South will rise again.
oh my god, it's like 150 years later. Like what the?
They just
Like
really want
more.
slaves again.
200 years. It's 200 years, isn't it? It's crazy. Like what the hell?
We by no means are talking about all Southerners, just the crazy ones.
I denounce and reject you all.
Well, it's funny. I live in Vermont, and I guess I don't have to deal with that as much. But hearing that song and seeing him standing triumphantly with the flag in front of the fan, I got brought back to my elementary school years. Singing songs like that. I was like, oh yeah, let's sing some Camp Down Races next. It's just kind of like a fun song to sing. I guess maybe if you don't hear it 300 times.
Anything else there? If not, somebody can move on.
Lucy is only slightly startled by Major Briggs' collapse.
Why was he so exhausted?
He walked all the way there. He's out of
He's
shape.
completely dehydrated, which is why Lucy was trying to drown him.
I love how she didn't skip a beat though, and
Continue checking her makeup.
just checked her makeup out.
That's Lucy, cool as a cucumber.
Yeah, there you go.
I love her.
So he's not happy with the Air Force. He thinks they want the White Lodge info for bad reasons.
Yeah,
I don't like the way they're doing this.
No?
It's like they just threw this in here, this one little scene, which is, it's unnecessary and annoying all at the same time.
It's kind of an amateur way to just kind of like, we're still doing mythology. It's not just strange stuff in Twin Peaks. We have this overarching theme with the lodging, all the lodging in Twin Peaks. The black
guys.
lodging and the white lodging.
How much?
Does everyone remember? Remember we have this awesome plot going on with the Major? Yeah. Here's a little taste. It's still there. It's still there. All right, but seriously, that's all. He's got to go now.
Yeah.
He gets the best line in the show, though, but I can't say it. At least in the episode.
I love the Major.
I found a lot of good quotes in this episode. So now we get Jacoby defending Lana. Yeah, he's just describing her like some sort of predatory animal, and she's just sitting there like, yeah, that's right.
It sounds like a dream come true for him, because it's kind of like,
A
I
perk.
don't know. Yes.
Do you guys feel like this was sorry?
I'm done.
Do you guys feel like this scene was maybe written for the last episode and they just ran out of time?
Maybe.
Could have been, yeah.
Because I was surprised to go back into this again.
Yeah, I was surprised that we just saw Dr. Jacoby indulging in Ben Horn's fantasies, and all of a sudden he's wrapped up the case on Lana.
He's been with her for the last 24 hours, nonetheless.
Oh yeah.
He said he wasn't bruised, but he sure is sweaty and disheveled.
Everyone's sweaty when they're around her for some reason.
Yeah, for some reason.
But she's got a heightened sexual drive and a knowledge of anatomy.
And technique. And
Technique.
something else, I forget.
Dear God.
Technique and something.
She's a witch. She's a witch.
She's a witch,
Yeah, it's as simple as that.
She's Daniel LaRusso's third girlfriend. That's what she is. She was in Karate Kid 3.
Really?
Oh, was that her? Oh,
Yeah.
What?
Nice.
Mm-hmm.
So the mayor comes with the shotgun. I like this.
Oh, Coop.
I like the mayor.
What's going on?
You like what?
I like the mayor.
Yeah.
Who doesn't? I'm waiting for somebody to say they don't.
Oh, he's okay.
I love the mayor.
He's a little crazy.
That's why I like him.
You know who I don't like? The worst lawman ever, Dale Cooper.
Oh no!
Let's put him in the room with the girl and the
Yeah,
gun.
that was terrible though.
He took the gun.
The best part
even
is,
if he hadn't taken the gun, he could have strangled her.
Yes.
yeah.
But he knew the power of witchery. He understood that. Just like he knew he could feel Wyndham's presence in the room.
Yeah.
Well, he understands Lana's power over men.
Hold on, gentlemen. It'll only take her a few moments to weave her spell. And
Yeah.
we go back.
I was more scared for him than I was for Lana.
Yeah.
So
The
basically,
best part is the commercial break, though.
yeah. So basically, she's just an enormous slut. Because he knew that would happen.
He didn't know.
Yeah, it's not the politically correct term.
What is?
I don't know.
Well, I'll use it until one comes up.
All right. She has a heightened sexual drive.
Oh, okay.
That's the correct.
Oh no! What did the mayor call her a couple of episodes ago? A sexual adventuress.
Ooh! She's a sexual adventuress. That's a PC term.
I won't spoil the line, but I love the mayor's line when they come in. It just made me laugh out loud. And yeah, at this point, I realized I was kind of enjoying this episode a lot. I think Scott Frost was really saving the episode with his writing.
Are they gonna adopt little Nikki?
Oh, they should.
That would be great.
Oh, totally.
And then they can end up dying horribly, and then little Nikki, I don't know what happens, and there's little Nikki and a witch. The mayor's gonna die, and then there's little Nikki and a witch, and that's our spinoff.
I wrote down Harry said he could use a drink, and I said so could I. We got totem poles next.
Oh, yeah. Crazy totem pole.
I like that shot.
And then dramatic piano, and then we forgot the hot dogs.
I love Pete.
God, I love Pete. I love this little scene. What did you guys think about it?
I think that I love the whole Catherine's like, do you want me now to tell you how I survived the fire, beat bed, and won back to mill? And it's like, Pete's like, oh yeah, that'd be good right about now. Just like, oh, Pete.
The music in the background was awesome as well.
Yeah. It's very classy.
I want you guys to know, if you feel the same way, I don't know, it could be this week by week analysis, you might understand it more, but I have no idea what's going on here. I have had no idea what's been going on with them since the beginning, but I'm enjoying it.
I have a hard time following it, too.
It's a complicated story.
Yeah.
Well,
I don't think it is.
Well,
That's the problem.
there's a lot of elements to it, and you just kind of have to put them all together. It's just it goes all over the place.
I think that it's way too simple a story that's been strung on for way too long.
Yeah.
And it's just that there's so few pieces, it's easy to forget them.
Yeah, that's probably what it is. Plus, there's a lot of business things and numbers, and I'm no good with
Wasn't
that.
Hank involved at one point with Josie?
Yeah, there's like a bunch of different characters that are involved at different points, so it kind of that's where it gets complicated.
Well, I think that because I think Josie's working for Eckhart.
Yeah.
But she's trying to strike out on her own. I think that's where Hank comes into the picture. I think she was trying to use Hank to get away from Eckhart, because now that they don't have to worry about Andrew anymore since he died in a boating accident, she's going to come up with a new plan. But at the same time, Eckhart, the reason Eckhart and Andrew are at war with each other is apparently he kind of screwed him over on a business deal.
Yeah. I think it has something to do with Josie, too.
But Josie, he sent Josie in as an undercover agent to get rid of Andrew because of this really lame, slightly getting screwed over in a business deal.
Oh.
Yep, still don't understand it.
So Josie was going to get rid of Andrew, and then he was going to get Josie back, I guess, so he can have her for himself, or send her off on another scheme, which would have taken a really long time to execute. It's a really long con.
Yes. Then we get to see Thomas Eckhart.
Why is Catherine touching her brother's face like that?
Yes, creepiness.
Yeah.
Incestuous relationships.
Trivia, Andrew's actually played by Dan O'Herlihy, who played Greg in The Last Starfighter.
Never seen it.
It's a classic.
Nerd.
I saw him in RoboCop, but
Oh yeah, that's true. Yep. He was better than Last Starfighter. He was like a lizard guy, and he was like the Last Starfighter's like best bud. He was his goose.
Thomas Eckhart is also a great character actor as well.
Yes.
I can't remember his name. What's that?
David Warner.
Yeah, right. Known mostly by me as the voice of Ra's al Ghul in the DC animated universe, and as that scientist in the lab coat in the second Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie.
Oh, you gotta dig deeper than that. He was Dillinger in Tron, and another classic that not many people have seen. Time After Time, he was Jack the Ripper. He was great in that movie.
I didn't see either of them.
I must recommend.
He was also Bob Cratchit in my favorite, the George C. Scott Christmas Carol.
Oh, really? That's awesome. George C. Scott.
So, yeah, he's wearing sunglasses indoors. Is he blind?
Well, he just stopped by the bar and borrowed them from Evelyn on his way through.
Oh, yeah.
He's secret and undercover. That's why you have to wear sunglasses inside.
Fire really dances well on those sunglasses. Is Fire walking with Andrew?
Yes.
Or Thomas, whatever his name is?
Well, no, actually, he's not walking. He's just standing.
Oh, okay.
Fire stand with me.
Fire stand with me. Okay.
Yeah, there's a lot of like bad sunglasses in this episode. Like worn at inappropriate times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's late 80s, early 90s.
Yeah, it's funny how the technology or the clothes styles are what usually makes a late 80s, early 90s show its like colors or whatever, but in here it's the eyewear.
Dick and Andy and Lucy in the dock, they're all going to talk about Little Nicky.
No, there's something before that.
Yeah, you skipped something.
Oh, I know, but it starts off with that, and then we hang back for a moment and we don't follow them.
Yeah, why does they have to call Andy like 5 times? He doesn't want to go.
I think he knows what this is about.
He's about to get a browbeaten.
Yep.
Doc Hayward's like, Andy, come here. He just sits there. Lucy's like, Andy, come here. He just sits there. Andy, get in here.
I guess like peeks forward, then he's like, okay.
Doc Hayward's like the patriarchal figure in Twin Peaks, and they know if he wants to talk to him, they're in trouble.
Well, he did deliver everyone, it seems.
Who delivered him?
Yeah.
He's even familiar with Little Nicky, which is wow. Yeah.
So, somebody describe the facts. Oh wait, no, Brad's dying.
Don't die.
Sorry, coffee ground at the throat.
No.
All right, somebody describe the facts that comes in.
Asian man killed.
Okay, so this was like a long time running joke with me and Matt.
Oh really?
Yeah. We've been quoting that like all the time.
It just makes us laugh.
It's just so funny. Asian man killed. It's just so racist.
The best thing is the 2 exclamation points.
I know.
I actually have a screenshot. And can I just read you what some of this article says?
Yes, please.
Yes.
An immediate investigation is assured, and indications are that some new light will be shed on the situation in the near future. Available facts seem vague, but authorities feel that time will disclose some means of arriving at a solution. Future plans will, of necessity, have great bearing on the situation as it now stands. Decisions will have to be made of the actual planning of the project will take considerable time, but it is felt that these steps are very important.
Holy crap, did they copy
What?
paste that from some government document? That's terrible.
You know what Seattle needs? Hawk.
Yes.
They do. Asian man killed. Oh, I love it.
Why not just man killed?
Right.
Anyways, Harry and Coop both think maybe Josie's involved. Please investigate, Coop.
So is this Harry taking a step back finally because of his relationship with Josie?
It looks like it. He's sending Coop out.
Wow.
Easy.
Maybe it's just lazy.
Coop is just another hawk now.
That's what Harry's hoping to turn him into.
Yeah.
Harry always just delegates it to someone else.
That's what
Something new.
bosses do.
He knows his strengths,
Yeah.
which are none.
Anyone want to talk about the story of Nicky?
I want to talk about Doc Hayward, the cornerstone of everything that's wrong in Twin Peaks. Now, Okay, he didn't drop Dick Tremaine on his head. He doesn't say anything about Andy. Let's just assume. Let's assume that Doc Hayward probably dropped Andy on his head. He also killed Little Nicky's mother. Simple as that.
Oh no.
Yeah.
It's his fault.
You're making wild leaps, Coop.
I'm just going with the evidence presented. I haven't consulted any giants or anything.
We don't know about that.
There's a giant behind you right now, isn't there?
There is. You better not steal anything.
It's a tragic tale. Involves blazing cars and superhuman children.
So it's completely made up.
Yeah, it does sound made up.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Exposition Hayward.
Yeah.
He very conveniently knows all these facts too. I'm just saying Hayward's killed many times. There's a reason he was such close friends with Leland.
Yeah.
Do you think he's been possessed by Bob, or is possessed by Bob then?
No, I think he's just an awful human being.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Just thought I'd clear that up.
What'd you think of Dick and Andy crying? It's good.
That was hilarious.
Yeah.
Oh, dandy.
Dandy.
So what's left for them to do now? Now what will they move on to?
Giving up little Nicky to the mayor and his new wife.
I do like the fact that at the end of the scene, she swats the fly that we saw buzzing when this whole thing first started. I feel like it's a nice little button on maybe the end of this story, which I hope isn't, but it's a nice little end of the thing.
You mean the fly that was buzzing way, way back when Andy's walking around the front door?
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
I didn't even realize that.
Good catch,
Nice.
Mr. Playwright. Mr. Guy who knows what
job.
Mr. Guy who knows what he's talking about.
Guy that understands how his job works.
You'd better.
Good going, you. So now we skip back over to James. He's leaving, and
He realizes he wants to get out of this awful side plot as much as we do.
Yay.
At least we're rushing through the end of this.
Yay, yeah.
For some reason, though, I feel like it's still going to last for a long time, but maybe it's just me.
Still too slow for me, yeah.
Yeah.
Too many episodes. But she loves James.
Never said that to anyone before, but I love you.
Women in this world have no taste.
No.
Jeffrey's dead. Malcolm set up James.
Malcolm isn't her brother.
No,
It's a trap.
it's a trap.
It's a trap.
Let's just do this whole plot point form, and then to the next.
Donna is waiting outside. For how long, we don't know.
They leave.
Malcolm!
Yeah.
I miss him. I love
You
him.
miss him. How can you love him?
Because he was hilarious in that one episode where he talked. Do you realize the only lines he's had in this show have been exposition? The entire series, because I'm assuming we're not coming back to him, he's only spoken in exposition.
That's his lot in life.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I love it.
So you're thinking that James got set up for the murder of a man's she may be a man, but Evelyn's husband, and he's just gonna go back to Twin Peaks and everything's gonna be all right. This thing will probably haunt him, I would say.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think James will get over it quickly, actually. Next episode, he won't even remember it had ever happened.
Do you think he'll be going to Twin Peaks back home next episode?
Yes.
Are we gonna follow him? Are we gonna follow him to some other ridiculous place?
I mean, I assumed that this was over now.
Well, I guess we'll see.
If it's not, then that's hilarious and amazing.
Well, how many episodes do we have left?
8 after this one.
8.
Wonderful. I'm so excited now.
Okay, what's next? Anybody?
Leo wandering in the woods. And an owl!
Frankenstein.
Superposed owl.
Speaking of owls, I've heard so many owls here in France.
Really?
They're like everywhere.
Oh, watch out, Caitlin. Watch out.
Caitlin, they're not what they seem.
I know. I can't even see them. All I do is hear them.
Aww.
It scares me.
I like owls, though. I know this show makes them out to be evil, but I like them.
Just as long as you don't see an owl wearing denim, you're okay.
Yeah.
Then I will fear for my own sanity at that point.
Yeah, I would too.
I'd love to see an owl wearing a jean jacket.
That'd be so cute. Aww.
With long, greasy, dirty hair.
Miss Bob.
Yeah, me too. So he finds a cabin.
So we are completely in Bride of Frankenstein right now. Because Leo is running around. He's pretty much can only speak like Frankenstein monster talk.
Mm-hmm.
Wife bad. And then he finds a cabin in the woods with like some crazy man playing a flute.
Mm-hmm.
Just like the blind hermit guy.
Yeah. At what point did you realize it was Wyndham Earl? When he said his name?
Right away.
Right away?
As soon as there was a cabin.
Okay.
So what'd you guys think of him?
First impressions?
Yeah. Was it what you expected him to look like?
I thought it fit when I saw him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It works.
When I first saw him, it wasn't at all what I was expecting.
What were you expecting?
I don't know what I was expecting, but just not him.
Oh.
Just a different, like, I don't know, it just seems like sometimes he's an odd fit, but I don't know. Maybe that's just me.
It's been like 10 plus years since I've seen this, and I didn't even remember what Wyndham Earl looked like.
Yeah.
And I thought, and keeping in the back of my mind that how it would be cool that like Wyndham Earl was like another personality of Dale's, that he was still like he was standing in the shadows, but you saw kind of like a suit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he sounded like Coop a bit, I thought. And not that I thought that he was Coop at that point, but I just thought this is pretty cool because we have like, I don't know, the anti-Coop. Like, he's evil, but he's really good at investigating.
Shadow Coop, yeah.
Nice. Well, I think the thing is, like, when we first started talking about Wyndham Earl, I knew David Duchovny was in the shows at some point, and I actually thought David Duchovny was going to be Wyndham Earl.
Oh.
That could have been interesting, too.
Yeah.
Right.
Are you happy with what David Duchovny has done?
Oh, definitely. Definitely. Because even though I wasn't sure, and I just assumed he was Wyndham Earl, it always weirded me out because I was like, he's so much younger. That seems weird.
Yeah.
But I guess we'll find out, so I'm happier.
All right, anything else, or are we done?
Yeah, that's it for me.
Okay.
What do you guys think's gonna happen to Leo?
Oh, he is totally going to be working for Wyndham Earl now.
Yeah?
That's what Leos do. They work to manipulate them.
I think Leo's gonna be killed at some point.
Yeah.
But
I'm
I'm
gonna
not.
find a little girl sitting next to a river or a lake.
He's so going to be afraid of fire now. Please let him be afraid of fire.
You guys want to rate the episode?
Sure.
I was expecting to not like this one when I turned it on, but I ended up having a lot of fun with it. There's a lot of good jokes in it. So just for pure comedy, I like this one. And that brings it up to a 7.5 out of 10 for me, amazingly. Heroic Orphan Boys. Kudos to Scott Frost. Even though he wrote that part where Asian Man killed and where Dale lets
great,
the mayor go in the room with the gun.
That had to be a joke, though. There's no way it wasn't. It's just too awesome not to be a joke.
And he probably didn't write the Asian Man thing.
Yeah, probably.
It's probably just a stage direction.
Probably.
They get a fax.
Yes.
Someone in the props department did that.
Some racist in the props department.
David Lynch made it himself.
I was sort of okay with this episode. I mean, I just felt like there was way too much stuff thrown in that we didn't get to spend a lot of time with each one. It's like now I'm just like, all right, well, let's get to the next episode. I did like the introduction of Wyndham Earl. There was some really cool. I loved the whole Leo horror movie scene. But like stuff like Major Briggs, it's like let's spend like 2 minutes with Major Briggs, and let's spend 2 minutes with Ed and Norma, and nothing really progressed. It's just like, just so you know, we're still here, we're still longing for each other. I'm still talking about White Lodges, but maybe something happened in the next episode. So I'm gonna give it probably I'm gonna give it a 6 for Little Nicky out of 10. I don't know, compacts.
Mesmerizing compacts.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're right. The only story that moved forward at all was the Evelyn and James' story.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
Now I'm giving it a 5.
I would like to give it a 6.5 Jaguars of Death out of 10. Yeah, this was just a really ridiculous episode. I was laughing a lot, but yeah, there wasn't too much substance there. I really, really like the end with Wyndham Earl.
Mm-hmm.
He's really creepy, which is great. But other than that, yeah.
I will give it, I guess same as Matt, a 7.5 Forgotten Hot Dogs out of 10. Yeah, I agree with you guys. It's a really funny episode, and you get like a lot of good stuff, like you do. It's the first time you see Wyndham Earl, like Caitlin said, and just all that stuff. But just the James and Evelyn stuff kind of brings it down a little bit, even though it's still funny. I don't know. It's just up and down a little bit. But yeah, I did enjoy it more this time around than the first time I saw it. The first time I saw it, I didn't like it at all. Like, I remember being so bored with the Ben storyline. It's a little bit more interesting this time around, but...
What's the episode's name? Double Play?
Yeah.
What does that even mean?
Is it a reference to chess? No. It can't be.
Maybe?
I don't know. The last episode was Checkmate, which is a reference to chess, but...
Yeah.
You got yours, Brad?
Yeah. I don't know. I really enjoyed this episode. The weirdness was definitely amusing. The only downsides were the fact that we're moving this Ed and Norma plot forward in a way that it just, I don't know, it bothers me and seems a little too quick and a little too clean. I hate that we lost Hank. But I feel like we rushed through what I assumed was the end of the James and Evelyn story. So, I don't know, I really enjoyed that. And of course, Wyndham Earl was great. The Leo scenes were awesome. And the Asian man killed was delightful.
So delightful.
So great. That was a fine moment.
Yes.
So I think I would have to go 7.5 slippery kitchen knives.
I've got plenty of quotes written down.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Who wants to do some quotes?
Me.
All right, go ahead.
So this is Audrey and Bobby. If there's one thing I've learned from my father before he flipped his wig, a business relationship is like a sacred pact, equaled only by those of the closest personal relationships where nothing is held back.
Oh.
Right. Want to get rich, Bobby? Immediately.
I like this one from the mayor. Anyone moves, I'll blast her into Kingdom Come. And the hippie too.
I have, until that time, I will be in the shadows if you need me. And then just a moment later, it's in the shadows. Can you beat that? Nope.
Yeah, I love that.
That was awesome. Okay, you guys have been doing a really good job of picking my favorite quotes from this episode, so I better go next. And I lost it. Okay. This is Andy talking to Lucy. He's 9 years old, Lucy says. I know. We think he was 6 at the time of the crime.
Look away, look away. I'm just
Boo. Boo.
Alright, I got one. Hot dogs. We forgot the hot dogs. We forgot the weenies. All beef with the skin on them. God, I love Pete.
Here's a good one.
Oh, I've got one here. Honey, that tree was a redwood named Nadine.
I actually have the Nadine wants to start dating boys now. I don't know what to say. Is she sexually active? Well, I wake up every morning, feel like I've been hit by a timber truck.
Oh, we decided to adopt a child. All right,
I have another one. Just one last one.
Okay.
Oh, it's not funny though.
I've got another one as well. So
Okay. Harry, Wyndham Earl's mind is like a diamond. It's cold, hard, and brilliant. And you don't know what he's capable of. Dun dun dun. All right, Brad.
Goodbye, wife. Fire bad.
All right, some new stuff on the Facebook group. Michael Dunbar posted a link to his instrumental adaptation of Falling, the theme from Twin Peaks. It's really nice. I think he said he wants to do the whole mini Twin Peaks concept album. So I wish him luck with that, and I hope he does it. So if you want to listen to it, you can check it out on our Facebook group. Brad Baudet posted
The other Brad.
Posted a video of him playing the Black Lodge Atari game, and he finds some Easter eggs in there that I didn't see, and Mel didn't see when she was playing it.
I was playing it the other day. Don't play it, guys, by the way. It's spoilerish.
Yeah.
Very much.
Scott Schneider posted a print of a photo that he got from Richard Bamer's website.
Is it Bamer or Beamer?
Bamer, I don't know. He's the guy who played Ben. Pete Dykstra posted a clip from the show Portlandia that features a cameo from Kyle MacLachlan, and he even gives a thumbs up.
Yeah, he actually plays the mayor of Portlandia in that show.
Oh, does he?
Really?
Oh,
Yeah,
hilarious.
yeah. There's a couple of episodes with him in it.
sweet.
I wasn't a fan. I love Kyle, and I actually like all the people involved in that show, but I was just kind of wasn't laughing at all.
Oh, really?
I only laughed at the cameo.
Yeah, you gotta laugh when the thumb goes up.
And Melanie posted a Photoshop picture of Batman and Robin as
Awesome.
Dick and Andy.
It had to be done.
Epic.
All right, that's probably enough. All right, feedback for us. We got one from Claire Laffar, as per usual. Do you want to read it as per usual, Brad?
Sure. Oh my, this is a good one. All right. Gotta stretch it out. As always.
Oh my
Stitching your
gosh. Is this the fan fiction? No, it's a letter.
And then Pocahontas walked in.
Maybe we should say P.S. and then read the fanfic.
You should definitely do a dramatic reading.
I did find a 6 Feet Under Kingdom Hearts crossover.
Oh, what? Weird.
It's called 6 Hearts Under.
The Golden Girls X-Men is the best.
I haven't seen that one yet.
All right, let's see. All right. Hello, you lovely group of people. Okay, so that really wasn't blood on that guy at the start, right? It was orange and glowing. Is that guy the Toxic Avenger? It's a great opening shot, so creepy. No chess move printed in the Twin Peaks Gazette for Wyndham Earl. It's elaborate, dead, vagrant dioramas all the way. This episode was written by Scott Frost, Mark Frost's brother and author of the autobiography of FBI agent Dale Cooper, which also delves into the relationship between Earl and Cooper. The scene with Shelley trying to escape Leo is super creepy. It reminds me of Halloween or Scream.
There you go.
Great sound effects, and the music too. And music too when there are shots of the ribbon plastic sheet blowing in the wind. Are Leo's legs made out of wood? That knife really didn't penetrate much when Shelley stabbed him. And although he limped away, he didn't seem in pain when she stabbed him. Just more angry. It's because he's a Frankenstein monster. Pain. Only betrayal. Cooper and Harry have another little moment in the station. I can't help but feel that when Harry offers Cooper the case, he's actually offering him his own love. Aw. Seriously, the wording and the way it's played is super homoerotic. I love it.
Yes. Oh my
It really is. Also, we didn't mention this. Also, when Cooper's talking about Wyndham Earl, he was my first partner. He taught me everything I know.
Think about it that way.
It's also cold, hard, and brilliant.
Yeah.
Like a diamond.
Is he talking about those shimmery vampires?
Matt, did you enjoy hearing about Ed and Nadine's sex life?
No.
We get some Wyndham Earl and Cooper backstory and find out that Cooper was previously in love with someone who liked to stand beside a wind machine by the looks of it.
That's really funny.
And that she was Wyndham Earl's wife. They really build up an air of menace around Earl in this episode before we meet him at the end. Wyndham Earl has never been one of my favorite characters, but I'll elaborate on that more in future episodes. However, his introduction is really well done at the end of the episode.
Agreed. I think the first time I went through the series, I wasn't a big fan of Wyndham Earle, but now I'm a huge fan. I don't know what happened, but I love Wyndham Earle now. So I'm curious to see how you guys will like it your first time.
Major Briggs appears to say that there may be trouble ahead, but while there's moonlight and music and love and romance, let's face the... Oh, you get the idea. Why is Jacoby the one testing whether or not Lana is cursed? Is he the local hoodoo king too? I love his long pink jacket. That man is one snappy dresser. It's good to have him back in the show, although in a less creepy way, after he disappeared for a while in the middle of the season. I think he's still pretty creepy. I love that the guys all wait outside the office for Lana to seduce Dwayne during the entire ad break.
So great.
It is. Pete, I love you and your squinty, confused expressions.
Me too.
Anyone else think that Catherine and Andrew seem a bit closer than a brother and sister should? Particularly when she was stroking his face? He'll be sucking her toes next. This episode makes me sad in one respect, as we only get one line out of my beloved Dick's mouth.
Did you write that on purpose, Claire?
Oh,
I hope so.
However, we also get to see him crying, which more than makes up for it. Claire likes to see her men cry. I think that Scott Frost must have written Doc Hayward's tale of Little Nicky as a gift for his father to recite, as we usually don't get those long rambling monologues in the show. Evelyn Marsh, blah blah blah. Leo, watch out! Pixel hours for 11 o'clock. Leo was wearing denim, wasn't he?
I don't know. I thought he was. Was it under his housecoat?
Oh, is he wearing a housecoat?
I don't know what was under.
Why would you wear denim under a house coat?
He has denim boxers.
Yeah. Never nude.
So Leo stumbled into Wyndham Earle's backwoods cabin of evil plotting. What do you think he'll do with Leo?
We speculated.
I can't believe we are already at 21 episodes.
22.
It'll soon be over.
It's 20.
22.
Yeah, well, depending. She must be watching the DVDs that say 21.
We're already at a lot of episodes.
Yes.
It will soon be over. Any chance of going through all the episodes again?
Yeah, we can do it.
Doing them through the power of interpretive song or haiku?
Yeah, we can do that.
Definitely can do that. We'll do a musical.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
This episode was pretty solid, but there was far too much of James and Evelyn. Evelyn's hairsprayed French. 7 redwoods called Nadine out of 10, I say. Now that Earl has appeared, things get a lot more interesting. Until next time, Claire, Swish's cloak vanishes with a magical laugh. Oh, maniacal.
Maniacal magical laugh.
A magical maniacal laugh. And then she wrote some fan fiction.
Just for the listeners to let you know, we love fan fiction and we like to experience all forms of it.
All forms.
Oh my goodness.
It's really fun when you get your listeners to write fan fiction about you podcasting. So,
I never want to see that.
I'd
That
love to hear that on
possibility
the
did
show.
not cross my mind.
I want somebody to write the fan fiction of Brad meeting Bob in person.
Oh, no.
No.
Make it sexy, man. It's gonna be weird.
No. It has to be PG though.
Okay.
Yes.
We're gonna have a picnic.
Which will make it 100 times better. PG. Well, PG.
Someone write a fan fiction where me and Bob go on a picnic and have a picture.
Not rated PG, just rated G. Just G.
G. Not even PG.
No, G.
No adult
PG just like
situations.
one swear word.
Yeah.
My boy Bob, he's as squirrely and tall as a tree. Is he? He'll go off on a jag with his new death bag and his feet planted firm on the ground. And no one better try to boss him or toss him around. No curly-haired sheriff or wacky special agent better boss him around.
Oh, Brad.
You
thought about this.
You win a Tony.
Yeah, what's that? What?
I was gonna say, it's like 10 p.m. I'm gonna have like dreams about this tonight.
You're gonna like lay your head down on your pillow and then you're gonna hear Brad singing.
Visualize him and Bob dancing hand.
I'm more decaffeinated today.
No, it's good.
It's great. I wish we had Tony's to give away.
All right. That's the end of this one.
Aww.
Aw. It's over already.
We have so little left.
Okay.
Had a good time. Thank you for having me on.
Yes,
Yeah,
thank you for
thanks
coming on.
Yeah.
Do you want to plug your stuff?
Well, it's pretty funny. It's like I can say a bit of crossover happened in the last week. First off, on one of my shows is RedemptionCast at redemptioncast.blogspot.com or redemptioncast.com or whatever. It's a podcast. It's about Angel, but there was a character on there. Brad can attest to this because he was on the episode that said she was from Missoula, Montana. So I immediately had to do the line as loud as possible and blow people's eardrums out.
Oh, nice.
And then just last night, I was recording FisherCast with guest Courtney. FisherCast is a podcast for introcast for 6 Feet Under. And she just happens to be from Missoula, Montana.
Oh, nice.
Oh, there you go.
And she said she's heard the line before, but I don't think she's actually seen the show. But,
No.
you know, people keep telling her she has to go back. Maybe. I don't know. But, yeah, it was pretty funny. I was like, really? Where's the next Missoula crossover going to happen in my life? I don't know.
You're going to wake up there tomorrow.
Yeah.
All right. Where can we find you, Brad?
You can find me everywhere. You
Great.
can catch me on the Ramjack podcast, where we talk about fun things, including Mr. Belvedere and Saved by the Bell. And we do have fan fiction about ourselves.
Oh, gee.
Yeah. Also, I've been recently I was on Robin's 6 Feet Under podcast, FisherCast, as well as the episode 1 of RedemptionCast.
Yeah.
Aw, I thought they weren't having guest hosts.
Fill in.
One of the Gacks ended up calling in sick, so Illyrio immediately called Brad.
All right. I guess that's acceptable. I just
It
really
makes you feel better. I was woefully unprepared.
Yeah. As it turned out, you know, we did the Angel episode. We were supposed to do the Angel episode and the Buffy episode, and you were totally prepared for the Buffy episode, and then we did the Angel episode for too long, and then didn't do the Buffy episode.
Should have prepared better. My fault.
Can I just say that the director for this episode has won Razzie Awards before?
Nice.
Yeah.
You just looked them up.
I just looked him up.
For what?
For Body of Evidence, which was nominated for 6 Razzie Awards.
Ooh,
I've never
that
seen
was
Body of Evidence.
That was a bad one. It's a Madonna movie
Oh, is it?
with Willem Dafoe.
No wonder. Oh,
yeah.
Willem Dafoe, really?
Yeah, who's usually great.
Yeah, I know.
All right. So we'll get out of here, and we'll catch you next time for episode 23, Slaves and Masters. Ooh, sounds kinky. Fanfic. All right. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Thanks for listening. Check us out on twitter.com/TwinPeaksCast. Search for the Twin Peaks Podcast group on Facebook. And visit us on twinpeakspodcast.blogspot.com. Email your feedback to twinpeakspodcast@gmail.com.
Here's a tune for you guys. Okay. Don't do anything I wouldn't do.